The narcissism within the Christian community is absolutely unhinged.
I want to explain how the zombie apocalypse is actually real.
So Elon Musk is using ICE detainees as experiments for his Neuralink project.
So look. So is you really a voodoo priest?
Nigga, are you really a motherfucking alien?
Welcome to the show. This is QUANTUMCAKE. Thanks for tuning in. We got another banger. Lock in, y'all. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share. And let's enjoy the show. Roll the clip.
Everyone needs to get ready because the newest update about Atlas 3I changes everything. Scientists and NASA were already really concerned about this strange behavior, but now over the weekend, with the Gemini telescope, they took photos of Atlas 3I next to the sun. You know what they saw? They saw it shooting a jet stream into the sun. This comment that people keep calling a comment, or there's nothing to worry about here, there's nothing to see. Obviously there is, because scientists that work for Harvard, NASA, and China are reporting that this is concerning. We have a rogue comet that is shooting some kind of jet stream of material or matter into our sun. Like, this is huge. People need to realize how big of a deal this is. They already said 40% probability it's not natural. It means it's made by an intelligent life form. 40% chance, and now it's shooting a jet into our sun. We're gonna give more updates. This is huge.
That is some pretty huge news, y'all. What do you guys think, though? You guys think this stuff is real? You think it's fake? You think this is all staged? You think this is a distraction? Or you think that this is actually genuinely real? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going, y'all.
We propose putting an end to anonymity on social media. We are allowing people to roam freely on social networks without linking their profiles to a real identity. This paving the way for misinformation. It is allowing people to act without being held accountable for their actions. Force all these platforms to link every user account to an European digital identity wallet. This way, citizens could use nicknames if they want, but in the case of a crime, public authorities would be able to connect those nicknames to real people and hold them responsible.
So that man right there is the Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez. As we just heard, he is pushing the digital ID and personal digital wallet agenda. This is the ultimate beast system agenda, a complete control grid where everybody is tracked and traced with their digital identification and their digital wallet. And ultimately, this digital ID and digital wallet will be tied to a social credit score, as we can hear from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, about how the social structure is going to need to change.
I still expect that there will be some change required to the social contract, given how powerful we expect this to.
So a change to the social.
Could it be possible that this digital ID is nothing more than what's already happening in China with their social credit score system? What do you guys think?
China just destroyed OpenAI's entire business model. They made ChatGPT completely free and got over 90 million users overnight. But that's not even the scary part. They just made it better than what we're paying $20 a month for. So Moonshot is a Chinese AI lab that released Kimi K2, a free open source AI model that has the best creative writing and industry-leading coding capabilities. But they just quietly dropped a new feature that nobody saw coming. It's an AI agent that can make websites like Lovable, do deep research like Perplexity, and make images like Midjourney. So I had to test this out, and immediately I was blown away. First, I had it make an entire presentation on why Gen Z can't afford homes, and it made these two presentations in one prompt. Whereas ChatGPT would have just given me bullet points and told me to use Canva. But that's not even the best part. It can make live, fully fledged websites with a single prompt. So I went ahead and gave it my resume and asked it to make a a portfolio site for me. So it went off and made a multi-page website with slick graphics and even a contact form. And the funny thing is, in their launch video, they literally asked the AI to make them $1 million company within the first prompt. So while we in the West debate if AI progress is moving too fast, China just gave 90 million people the ability to build anything for free. And the icing on the cake is they literally named it after an album about robots replacing humans.
And so it begins, y'all. Everybody was warned this shit was gonna happen. And now we're seeing it in real time. UPS just laid off 48,000 people, y'all. 48,000 people just lost their job. And you know how hard it is to get a job right now? What are these people gonna do? I'm hearing they didn't even have a time to find another job. They just got the yeah, I'm sorry, we gotta let you go. Y'all seen other jobs doing the same shit. Major cuts. Amazon, Starbucks, Nike, you name it. And they say it's because of efficiency. But let's be real. AI has been taking over. And this is the takeover. We are watching a new world unfold right in front of our eyes. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The only job that might be safe is the ones you create for yourself. Other than that,
all the evangelical Christians who weren't raptured and are still here with me, the Lord didn't take you because you're a Zionist. I'm sorry. Jesus was ethnically Palestinian, and you guys are rooting for people who are not ethnically from the area at all. You are murdering Jesus's people, so he doesn't like you, and he left you here. Now, why am I here when I'm not a Zionist? Well, I'm a bad girl. I'm super naughty, and I do evil things. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to what? That's what they say we live on. That's what they say the surface really is.
If you were the fallen angels and you came down to Earth and you just got your butts handed to you by Michael and the other angels, like the first thing you're doing is plotting your revenge.
What is that one Transformers movie? Isn't it called like Revenge of the Fallen?
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
I think personally, if you've ever seen a quantum computer, if you've ever seen they are not normal, they are not human, they are otherworldly. Like there's no doubt that it's fallen tech. So what I think that in order to figure out how they could defeat God, what they realized they had to do is they had to run some simulations, and they had to run as many as they could at one time, just like in the Avengers
Endgame.
Figure out what the possible solutions were. So I think that they had to make a bunch of quantum computers, but in order to do that, they had to get people to go all over the world and excavate, get the metals.
They need vibranium and adamantium.
They need all kinds of stuff to make these quantum computers. And so I think that what they did was they made a crap ton of quantum computers to run a bunch of different simulations to figure out how they could defeat God. And there's a possibility that we're all in one of those.
Is that the reason why they were saying that there is going to be a war here on Earth that's spiritual between heaven and hell? So they say.
For the first time in years, the United States National Guard officers are straight up refusing President Trump's orders. They're saying this is not what we signed up to do. And honestly, they're definitely fucking right. So here's what's going on, y'all. Trump ordered the National Guard to help ICE patrol the streets of Chicago, right? Basically using the military troops to enforce immigration raids right here on American soil. But two officers had a big problem with that. Staff Sergeant Demi Palachek and Captain Dylan Blaha. They both said, fuck no. They're flat out refusing to follow that order. They're saying it goes against the community and against the Constitution. One of them said it flat out feels illegal. The other said, I signed up to protect the people, not to kidnap them. Hey, they know the risk too, man. Refusing a direct order could mean prison time, or court-martial, or even felony charges. But they said they would rather stand on the right side of history than become a part of something that feels wrong. When soldiers start refusing orders because they think the government is crossing the line, that's when you know something is starting to shift, man. But what do you guys think? Are these soldiers heroes for standing up, or are they crossing a dangerous line here?
I can't believe I'm actually hearing this. So we have our own military being ordered to go against its American citizens? Us, we the people? That's foul as hell, man. Shout out and kudos to all the National Guard and all the military men and women that stood their ground for we the people, we the Republic. We all we got, y'all. Let's make it count. Salute.
No fans, none of this shit. I'm gonna stand it back up.
Would you happen to have those powers? I can feel superhuman abilities being activated within all of us, little by little bit, man. Are we the metahumans that we've been waiting for? X-Men, y'all. What do you think? Spam it up in the comments.
Monkeys escape with what? Yeah, unfortunately, you read that right. Apparently, allegedly, there were monkeys with herpes, COVID, and hepatitis C, I believe, that were on this truck, and it just happened to overturn out there in Mississippi. And out loud, this gets really weird because we have law enforcement saying that these monkeys allegedly have all these things, but the universities are saying that they don't. I wonder who's telling the truth. But I feel like the question we need to be asking ourselves seriously is, why do these monkeys have all this crap in them in the first place? And isn't this how like zombie movies start, or something very, very similar that we won't really get into right here? I know one thing, 2025 is not the year for this crap. Reminds me of those mosquitoes, if you get what I'm saying. Speaking of mosquitoes, we have Jamaica. It really is unrelated. Quick update, we have it now heading to Cuba, Melissa. And since there's like a 1% chance of actually hitting Jamaica, do y'all think it's gonna hit Cuba and then come around and hit the East Coast as well? Before you say no, I'm not saying it is, but everything that happened in the first place was completely unheard of, especially stalling for a long time and from Jamaica while it powered up. If you want to know more about it, go watch that. YT.
You got monkeys being let loose with every pathogen you could think of. COVID, Ebola, these nuts. Damn, bro. What do you guys think? Have you guys heard about this news lately? I'm just coming across this.
Okay, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. So I want to explain how the zombie apocalypse is actually real and how it's actually going to happen. So when that dome is removed from the earth, all of the ionization reaches to the earth's surface. For the people who are melanated, we absorb it, and it produces like a nuclear power in our bodies, and it activates our fifth dimensional bodies, and we become like a being full of energy. But for the beings who can't absorb this ionization, it attacks the nervous system and it hyperventilates it. You know what I'm saying? Or say it activates it to the point to where it's hyperactive. I should say that. And then so basically it's like a dog that has rabies. So you're huffing and puffing and you can't think straight. And the only thing that you can do is react with what the body was telling you to do. So you're hungry, right? So the first thing you do is to react off it, and you eat anything that's edible. You see what I'm saying? When somebody tells you to stop, you can't comprehend that somebody's telling you to stop. You'll start seeing people mowing their grass, and you'll be like, hey, sir, what are you doing? And he won't even answer you. You'll see people at the door, just grabbing on the door, just walking in circles. You're going to start seeing a whole bunch of random stuff when the zombie apocalypse starts to happen, because the nervous system is going to get affected so much that their people are going to start like doing their everyday activities, not realizing that they've been there for 2 days. So they can be mowing their grass and be sitting there mowing their grass for like 5 weeks, and they don't realize that they're been attacked. Their nervous system's being attacked because they can't think straight anymore. That would be like the beginning symptoms. When it gets to the end of the symptoms, it's going to be where those people can't actually be outside at all, and they have to retreat to the caves and caverns until nighttime, and then they come out at nighttime like I Am Legend. Man, it's the same place. It's going to happen regardless. I don't care if people don't like it or not. People don't like to hear the truth reporting my videos and stuff like that. Y'all sad as hell, man. I can't wait till this happens, because I'm going to be having my axe and my sword.
What would you do in that situation? I Am Legend right at your doorstep. What would you do? Drop it in the comments, man.
Were you guys aware that there is an invisible force field that literally separates Indonesia? This force field is so strong, not even the animals in the sea or in the sky can get through this force field. Check this out, y'all.
There is an invisible wall in Indonesia that no one can cross. This wall has divided Indonesia into 2 parts, and no animal, bird, or fish can cross it. The name of this wall is the Wallace Line, located in Bali, Indonesia. All these Asian animals live on the islands, but just 35 kilometers away from Lombok, all the Australian species of animals live. The animals from both regions cannot cross this line because it lies at the edge of many tectonic plates. The lava coming out from the cracks in the plates here heats the surrounding water. creating deep sea currents that make it almost impossible for any creature to...
Sitting here waiting for the next evolution in consciousness, trying to think what could be a catalyst to get us there. And it made me think of back when Obama was president and the Tea Party types were claiming that he wasn't born in America, so he shouldn't be able to be president. I don't know how many people know this, but they actually did release the birth certificate. It was posted on like whitehouse.gov. You could like click on like the name or the date and move it. Like you could just drag and drop most of the information, not all the information that was on there. It was obviously fake. And there's no way that they did that by accident. They did it on purpose to cause confusion, to cause chaos, to cause infighting. They wanted people to know it was fake. And not unlike the hoax in Connecticut, the one that was Sandy. You know, the nose getting cut off, the kids at the halftime show or whatever it was. Like, they wanted people to say it was fake, so that way they could have them fight with people that said it wasn't fake. Like, that's what they do. They cause chaos, confusion, and they have us all trained to be literalists. And they have us trained to adopt belief systems. So then it cuts off all sorts of conversations, right? It's like we can't even communicate with each other because now that we know everything is fake, and it is, everything is fake. But now you can't even have a conversation. So somebody uses the word space, and then all of a sudden everyone, space fake, space fake, space fake. So you can't, it just cuts off all conversation. You can't even, talk about the stars or whatever. If you say the reality is a simulation, and it is, but then people take it so literal that it's like, we all live in a computer simulation. It's like, dude, the tighter that you grip that idea and the more that you squeeze it, the more that seeps through your fingers. It misses the whole point. And that's what they want. And that's a way to evolve consciously. If you look at something like a religious text, oh, it's 100% literal. It all happened here on planet Earth. And then you have the other side. Well, no, it's all just the allegory. It's all stories. It's like, nah, dude, it's neither. It's both. And that is what can defeat them. That is what can help us, where we can take the lessons from everything. We can conversate about anything without our belief coming into play. You can just talk about an idea, but not be invested in the idea. That's what is going to bring on the next step of conscious evolution. To let go of the literalism without saying it's all allegory, and to let go of the belief systems.
Facts. As far as attitude, stay neutral positive. As far as perception, remain the observer, but don't get attached to what you absorb. Be the observer, be the director, be the audience. Find the balance between all. And that, my friends, is when you found your true character.
When you go down that rabbit hole of the celebrities covering up one eye, doing the sixes over one eye, might have been Jeremiah Cohen. He had one of those shows where he was saying it's all of them. And he would have montages that were 2 hours long, and it would be nothing but celebrities covering up their eye. And I would watch that many of them doing it, and I thought, okay, I guess it's all of them. But then part of your brain would say, no, wait, it can't be all of them. It's too many of them for it to be all real. It like breaks your mind to see everybody doing the one eye symbolism.
Yeah, because you're like, it can't be all of them, because we've got our emotions involved, right? So-and-so played a good character that we fell in love with in this movie or that movie or this TV show. There's no way they're involved. And then you look it up and it's like, they did the same things. They did the same exact things. They had the same symbolism, the same everything. I'm convinced personally if you're in the limelight, they will not risk giving you access to the public if they can't control you.
Okay, I want to talk about the firmament and how our powers are being held by the top layer of the dome called the ionosphere. Inside our controlled environment, we have chemtrails and cloud seeding machines that pump numerous amounts of oxygen all throughout our controlled area. Without them pumping oxygen in our environment, it will become a supercharged hydrogen atmosphere. All of the atmosphere that exists outside the dome is supercharged hydrogen ionization. Melanin is connected to ionization because melanin is a fifth dimensional property given to us by the black woman. And in this scene right here called Fast Colors, she's able to take apart the bowl and put it back together because the black woman is from the fifth dimension. And when she came into this third dimensional realm, through the Black Sun portal, she actually created this whole entire third dimension that we see today by manifesting it, and she manifested herself into this third dimensional existence. And so when I say that the Elohim are from the fifth dimension, it's because our essence comes from a higher realm. Melanin does not belong to us. It is a fifth dimensional element given to us by the original primordial Sophia. The Galactic Federation had their time to reign. They had their kingdom at the Elohim's expense. It's time for these demonic archons to release the titans that they held captive for the last 500 years. The sky will crack and roll back. All the gods will walk the earth as in the days of Noah.
Is that what they mean when they mention in the book of Revelations how when the skies open up, it will look like a scroll peeling away like a page? Am I reaching? The dome is about to open up, y'all. The firmament, raise the roof. It's about to get unleashed, y'all. What do y'all think? Spam it up in the comments.
My AI trying to play games with us, man. Nah, bro. AI ain't fooling me. AI is not fooling me. It might fool you, but it ain't fooling. That's real, bro. That's a demon. That is a demon siren right there. AI is not going to keep on fooling people. Not with me around, bro. We're going to expose it. We're going to get to the truth right here, bro. They trying to manipulate the minds of the people. I've been exposing this for a long time. And granted, some of my videos that I made might have been fake. Most of them was real, bro. This one right here is real. I don't care about that Sorrow logo right there. That is a demon siren, bro. Look at his face. That's what nightmares is made of, bro. That is real. Stop playing with me, bro. That's real, man. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes. Man, look, leave it in the comments, hit the like button, share your thoughts. What do y'all think, bro? What do y'all think? Is it fake or real?
Yeah, is it fake or is it real? What do you guys think? AI has gotten so good you can't tell whether it's real or not. You just can't. If I were to choose, I would say it's real. But what do you think? Drop it in the comments.
What's up? You trying to step to the mic? Hell yeah, I'm trying to step to the mic then. Thanks for stepping to the mic. My name is Michael Manelli and I'm looking for a feature, so I need your best right now. I'm gonna start it, then you go, okay? All the wrong turns led me to you now. I'm feeling something I never felt. All those scars from the past gotta go. Tell them we wish them well. Let the wind in our sails. This love will prevail if we wanted to. Standing next to you is a perfect view. I hope we both see this through. Cause forever looks good on you. Break all the clocks. I wanna live right here in infinity. I don't need a watch. I can tell the time of day by your energy. Cause if I find you, then I know I found home. You better home. If you ask me how I know, it's a feeling down in my bones. Yeah, no other feeling. I need you like one needs to. Just the thought of you makes the
the dark much lighter. Love a war, pick a fighter. Oh, come on, man. Oh.
The narcissism within the Christian community is absolutely unhinged. You motherfuckers not even fucking 5 weeks ago was talking about floating into the air butt-ass naked to the gods in the heavens. Some of you burned your house down, killed yourselves, and even fucking let go of your kids to CPS because you just knew that your kids wasn't getting into the pearly gates. And now here we are today. And I've seen numerous videos from numerous people condemning spiritual people, telling us that we're talking to demons and that we're suffering from psychosis when not even a month ago you bitches thought you was gonna die. You literally thought you were gonna die, cult style. Oh, I need to let go of everything, sell my assets, ruin my fucking life for something that I'm not even sure is going to happen, but you knew it was gonna happen. And guess where we're at? Still right here. On the fucking rock. Gravity got us attached. You didn't float, bitch. But here you are, putting and projecting that imagery of crazy and psychosis on the people who were pointing and laughing at you. We told you you weren't going anywhere, and now all of a sudden we're the ones talking to demons? Bitch, you thought you were going to die. My thing is, if you do not understand it, don't fucking talk about it. And how dare you condemn something when your own belief system is comprised of different belief systems, some of which you fucking don't like. You think Christianity is the oldest religion? It's fucking not. It's actually fairly new. Hell, the Noah's Ark story was a ripoff of Gilgamesh. So I need y'all to just like shut the fuck up, please. Stop pointing fingers because the actual crazy people who are talking to demons are you. And whoever said that we was talking and hearing voices when we do our spiritual work, that's just how we say it. We listen to the messages. See a butterfly. Oh, I should probably go make something. It rains after a fucking wedding. Bad luck. It rains after a funeral. That means that the heavens let them in. Signs. Signs. Messages. No one's actually fucking talking. But y'all so quick to say that the Lord spoke to you. What's the difference, huh? Jesus Christ. And the part that really just boggles me is that half of you don't even know that you practice in fucking witchcraft. You think blowing a candle out on your birthday was Christian? It's not, bitch. It's pagan.
They say that when we celebrate our birthdays, it's actually a part of a satanic ritual. You should look into it. But man, Shorty was cooking, man. What y'all think about everything she just said? Drop it in the comments, y'all.
With the Ross, with the bomber cloud you deal with, how you feel like? You think so you're bad? So people, tell me why them deal with the Jamaican people, sir. Tell me why them deal with them, sir. Melissa slammed Jamaica with massive flood. She have the gun in her baggie for real. So for the people that don't know, my family come from Jamaica. I'm Jamaican British, that's what they call man. And the way this flood and lick up the town there, people have it hard as it is to survive. How them I come back from this now? Me want to see everybody I come. Listen, me want to see everybody I donate and help out. Because you never know when it's your turn for you to be in trouble. You can't leave my people them like this. You can't leave my people them like this. A wicked, you're wicked. Me say wicked, you're wicked, you're dread.
All this weather warfare that's going around worldwide, we all know who's behind this stuff. The question is, what can we as a collective do about it? We gotta think about this shit, y'all. Times are getting more crazy and crazier by the day, and time is running out. But what do you guys think? Spam it up in the comments, y'all.
So look. So is you really a voodoo priest?
Nigga, are you really a motherfucking alien?
Nigga, yeah, I am. So is you really a goddamn? I heard a nigga told me he came here to do an interview, and nigga said you was in that chair floating and shit when he came here. And then he said you just came down slow and landed in the chair and shit. Yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. All right, y'all ready to go? Come on. I'm getting the hell out of here. All right, y'all ready to go? Come on.
My man was like, yo, what do y'all think about that, man? Spam it up in the comments.
I thought Project 2025 was some shit, but now they got something called Project Esther. Ain't got shit on Project 2025. I'm just saying. So I went ahead and I took it upon myself to take some notes after reading it, and I want to go ahead and just let y'all know what's going on. So this was written by the Heritage Foundation, okay? And one of the things that's on there is all children will be homeschooled via religion, right? And anybody who resists, they have re-education camps to repurpose your brain to make you compliant. I probably should have saved this for White History Wednesday, because what? Re-education camps? Are you kidding? Abortion is criminal, and you're sentenced to unaliving if you have one. Okay? It's been written in place of the Constitution with biblical law. So they're using the Bible as law in order to control people. And speaking of the Bible, right? It's only one religion. One Bible, one God, you must comply. You can't practice religion outside of what they want us to practice. Surveillance. We thought what they doing with surveillance, like them having cameras everywhere and watching us everywhere, was a thing. No, they want to implant. They would have put something in us, and this is written. Go look it up. Like, don't take my word for it. Don't even get in the comments trying to argue with me. Go look up Project Esther, okay? They want to put implants in that keeps up with your blood pressure, your health, your everything. They want to keep up with your every move. They want to know where you are every second of the day. Granted, we know that they already have ways of doing that via other ways of surveillance, but now they want to forcibly implant us with things. Okay? Women, this is big for us because we are no longer considered people. We would be property of our husbands, okay? We can no longer drive, vote, wear our hair the way we want to. We must get permission from our husbands to do anything, okay? Sterilization. At birth, they were sterilized young girls, and when they come of age to have a baby, they will grow a baby in the lab and implant the baby in you just to keep the Caucasian race going. Population control. No more LGBTQ plus, okay? You either straight or they unalive you as a man. But as a woman, you still have a working womb. So they're going to force you to marry a man. This low-key worse than Handmaid's Tale because they wasn't forced to marry people. They was just forced to get hunched on. Lord have mercy. What we going to do about this Project Esther? Wait a minute.
Man, that Project Esther stuff sounds pretty evil. I'm not gonna talk about it. This is all for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. But what do you guys think about Project Esther? I'm hearing this thing called Project 2025 and how Project Esther is basically Project 2025 on steroids. But I could be reaching. Am I tripping? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
So Elon Musk is using ICE detainees as experiments for his Neuralink project. That is coming from a video from a woman that's a really good journalist, by the way, connecting dots as to why Elon is connected to Alligator Alcatraz, ICE, and Neuralink as a whole. As I was watching that video, it makes perfect sense as to why he would use these immigrants and these ICE detainees to experiment on, because they are easily able to just disappear these people if they have to. They don't really have any documentation of even being here. So to them, they're just using these people as experiments. Any, I would say, sane American or anybody in this country, doesn't matter if you're American, whatever, nobody would go into a line to a medical facility and say, yes, I want you to open my head and put a chip in it. No one's going to do it. But since these ICE detainees don't really have a safe for themselves, they can just do whatever they want with them. This is very disturbing, and I believe this is why Elon was working with Trump in the first place. I will try to pin her account name in this video so you guys can see the original video, but it makes perfect sense. You have Elon with Doge, Peter Thiel with Palantir, all these people working together to implement some type of Antichrist beast system in the future. So they're going to start using these people as experiments. Makes perfect sense. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what you think about this. It's very fucking disturbing.
Indeed it is.
This is a serious warning that everybody needs to take heed to. If you're a man and you have a wife, or if you have a girlfriend, if you have a sister or mom, shopping needs to start happening online only, starting November 1st. Don't send your family to the store to pick up groceries. This isn't a threat, nothing like that, but it's more of a prophecy. There's dark days ahead. Be prepared and hug the ones you love tight. The world's about to change.
I felt every word my man just said. You guys agree with what he just said right now about that prophecy stuff? I don't know, man. Lots of people come up with many premonitions and visions and dreams of all sorts, talking about they're all seeing all the craziness that happened around 2020 all over again. Look it up on TikTok. People are having dreams like crazy about this shit, man. What do you guys think about what he just said? Spam it up in the comments below.
What's that? Oh, a hole just cracked open in the sun that's 186,000 miles wide? Tell me more. Yeah, according to NASA's Solar Dynamic Observatory, they are stating that a huge hole cracked open in the sun that is 23 times the size of Earth. Okay. The issue with this is there's going to be solar winds from this. They're not saying how aggressive it's going to be yet, but they are saying solar winds are on the way and that they'll be here likely in a few days. Okay. They're saying that it is likely going to affect many different things on Earth, such as our GPS systems, our technology in general, and likely also our power grid. Okay.
You sold this app to a Zionist. Although this person is the richest man in the world right now, you sold our communication to a Zionist. And now you want to flag every single video and say substances when someone speaks facts on this internet. If you are seeing this video, I need you guys to go through my last couple of videos, because they're trying to suppress what's actually happening in this country. And what I want you to do, I want you to go into the description of this video and watch the video I have about the 45 million people in this country who will be affected on November 1st. I'm out.
Yeah, lots of people are being affected by that ABT situation. Don't get scared, just get prepared, y'all. Y'all know how it is.
They energetically drain their victims. They get louder after sunset. The voices get louder when ignored. And that's one thing psychiatry said, oh, they're hallucinations, just ignored them. You know, I remember when the first time I checked that out, I was in the office with a psychiatrist who was seeing one of my patients. And he said, well, just ignore them, they're hallucinations. So a week later, I called this guy back and said, how's that going? He said, it's not, it doesn't work. They get louder when ignored. So I started asking other schizophrenics. They said the same thing. You can't ignore them. They get louder. You know?
So Jerry, would that be like they're actually going after a pattern of almost like a frequency from us, like as in the main emotion, like fear, guilt, shame? That's their food, and the more that they get, they're trying to raise that vibration, raise more of that energy. So this is where the voices come in. This is where they're trying to change us with our energy into that, so they can feed off of us. You know, they can't survive on positive energy. Their frequency is very low. You know, they're very dangerous. So that's why they put all that negative crap in your head. Now, another thing, they're not physical beings. They're energetic beings. They are energy. They have some level of intelligence. They're programmed to do this kind of stuff. You know. Now, I had an example that I wanted to ask you about. Was I look at this as like we're almost like lighthouses of energy, and they see somebody with a depression or a negative aura field, and it's like for them, it's like a lighthouse. Like they find you, and then they
Right.
stick with you.
Yeah,
Is
they're kind of like sharks that will attack the weakest.
they know, they see it, they recognize.
They know, they see it. They'll attack the weakest of the bunch, the people who've been psychologically traumatized, sexually abused, mentally abused, physically abused. They go after them.
My own personal experience was after I had serious trauma in my childhood, where I started to have some of these issues and some of these problems. And then as I got older, certain substances like alcohol or other things would make them louder.
Yes.
And then bring in more. It seems as if that the more toxic the humanity is, the better for them. Is that fair to say?
Yep. And the prisons are full of the mentally ill now that they shut down all the state hospitals.
Well, at least now we know where we get these evil ass thoughts that randomly just pop up in our heads. Be on point with what you think about, y'all, and be on point with what you pay attention to. Make sure to operate from a neutral, positive state of mind. Try your best to monitor what you think about and stay away from the negative, because that right there is what fosters their being, their reason to exist into your mind. These are parasites, my people. Get with the times and focus on realigning your whole entire life, your mind, your perception of reality, into staying grounded in who you are and never moving from that position. We gotta drown these parasites out, son. Let me know what y'all think.
Well, everybody get ready. What district are you in? Welcome to the Hunger Games. I just so happen to be in District 9, and that's where, I don't know, all the shit seems to be jumping right now. When people can't feed their kids, this is fixing to get really nasty. I have friends on both sides of the aisle. I'm not on either side of the aisle because I see what they're doing. This is a plan that has been put into place over 30 years ago. Hunger is the easiest way to control the population, and during a time of martial law, if that does occur, you won't have a way to defend yourself against anyone. Because do you not see that's what it's going to be set up to do? I see the setup. Now, yes, while martial law is a blanket, can be used as a blanket term, I suppose, but if it gets bad enough, they will have the right to come in and take all of your things. You know what I mean? We won't have any rights. I'm telling you right now, this has the potential to get really, really bad. Trust the plan? I'm sorry, I see the plan. And it ain't looking good. Billionaire bunkers make sense now because all of the ones that are controlling everything, from the 13 bloodlines, they're all going to have somewhere to go with their friends while we duke it out up here. It's not going to be aliens. It's going to be all-out chaos up here, okay? Hunger is the easiest way to get everyone to cooperate. And you may be thinking that this is not going to affect you. When you can't afford to go to the grocery store or to put in an online order, it's going to affect you too, because all this is going to do is drive everything up. Like, there's already other Republicans on here telling other ones, if you're in a city, you need to get out now while you still can. Because if the federal workers are not getting paid, or they're getting laid off, or they're getting fired, there will be no air traffic controllers, which means no flights going in, no flights going out. People been trying to tell people, if you want to get out of the country, now is the time to do it. This is not fear-mongering, but just go ahead and pick your district. You know what I'm saying? Because if this runs, and I don't think, it feels like to me the government's never coming back. Like, it won't reopen. It feels that way to me. Does it feel like that to anyone else? They're going to disagree to the point to where it's everybody against everybody up here.
It most certainly does. You have CEOs that are stepping down. You have all of the top leaders in military that are there to protect us from any outside forces coming in, all en masse quitting, retiring. Every single thing that was there at the front lines to protect us is no longer there anymore. It most certainly does. You have trying to activate some District 9 shit out here all over America, Hunger Games style. What do y'all think? Got the 3-Eye Atlas situation. That's distracting everyone from the real culprits. from the real situation at hand to solve entertainment purposes. But you have to open up your mind and realize that these are the times, y'all. What a time to be alive, y'all. What a time to be alive. Well, ladies and gents, you just finished watching an episode from Quantum Cake. If you can relate, you're a real one. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and drop your comments below. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, press that notification bell, and stay up to date with the latest reacts. We're going on the next level with this one, y'all. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.